Hey, what's up everyone? In today's video, we're going to be going over how to create this basic view using SwiftUI. You'll notice that there's an image and then some text that's formatted differently on both sides, and the text describes the bridge, in this case, the Golden Gate Bridge. You'll see our SwiftUI preview is already displaying what our content view's body describes, which is just a hello world text. Our first step is going to create a bridge model which will describe the view that we're trying to create. So we're going to create a Swift file and we're just going to name it bridge. And then it's going to be a struct. And we need the image name. We're going to make that type string. The bridge name itself, also type string. And then the city, the state. And then we're also going to include the length in feet, and we're going to make this type int. In our content view, we can add a new property of type bridge, and we'll use this bridge property to configure our view to make it look the way we want. And then we'll need to update our content view initializer here with a newly created bridge. And for the image name, we're going to use Golden Gate Bridge as I've already added this image to the assets folder. And then for the name, of course, Golden Gate Bridge. And then the city, San Francisco, state, California. And then the length is 8981 in feet. First, we can go ahead and remove our text view, and we can replace this with an image. And the image takes in a image name, and so we'll use the bridge dot image name here. And you'll see our image immediately shows up in our preview. It's a little big though, so we're going to use the resizable modifier, which makes the image resize to take up the available space. And you'll notice that in the process, the image becomes distorted and it loses its original aspect ratio. So we can use another view modifier, and it's called aspect ratio, and we can just pass in fit in order to maintain the previous ratio. And then we can go ahead and add some spacing as well to the image with another modifier, and we'll use padding. And you'll see now our image looks a little nicer. Next, we want to add some text to our view. So if we come here and write text name, you'll notice we get an error. And this is complaining that you're only allowed to return one view in the body property. And so we're going to need to combine our views, and we want them to stack on top of each other. So we're going to use a VStack, short for vertical stack, and we can pass in our text and image. And now you'll see that our name shows up below the image, and we can also add in the state, and then before that the city. And then we can also add in the length in feet. And then we'll fix some of this spacing here. Taking a look back at our finished product, you'll notice that we have two groups of data. One is the static data, which is bolded and left aligned in this left column. And then we have the dynamic data provided by the bridge model in the right column, which is not bolded, but also left aligned. So we're going to need to add the static data to a single vertical stack, and then the dynamic data to its own vertical stack. And then we want these two vertical stacks to sit side by side with each other. And so to do that, we're going to use an HStack, which is of course a horizontal stack. So we can go to our code again, and we can add the static data to its own VStack and fix the spacing here. And then we'll add another VStack. We can just go ahead and copy and paste a lot of this. And this will be the dynamic data. So we're going to use our bridge property. And we'll just fill out bridge city. And you'll see as I'm typing, the preview is updating with this information. And then for the length and feet, because it's an int, we're going to use this string initializer, and we're going to pass in bridge dot length and feet. So now you'll see the data updates, and we have what we want, but now we need to add this to an HStack to make them sit side by side. And now you'll see the view looks a little closer to our finished product. Now we can fix the styling of our view. Remember, in the left column, we want it to be the text to be bolded, so we'll add our font modifier with type headline. And we also want our text to align to the left, so we'll add this alignment parameter, and we're going to specify leading, and then we don't need the spacing parameter. And you'll see now this left column looks good, and we can do something similar to the right column. We'll add this alignment leading initializer parameter to the right VStack, and you'll see that looks good. And then we want to add some spacing in between these two vertical stacks within our HStack. So now in the HStack, we can use the spacing parameter, and we'll just specify this to be 50. Okay, everyone, that's it for this video. We learned how to create this pretty simple view using a combination of VStacks, images, HStacks, and view modifiers. And in the next video, we're going to be going over how to create a list of views and navigate in between screens using lists, navigation views, and navigation links.